Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name's TK Coloni. It's so wonderful to see your beautiful face again. And I've got two important things I wanted to talk to you about today. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is that I'm ditching the channel name Breathing and Grateful. It for one, doesn't bring me any joy. It puts a lot of pressure on me because it's super self-righteous and I shouldn't have done that in the first place. So before we get too much further, we're on episode 5. This is just gonna be a self-titled channel. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I figure my shit out. Also, second part of what I wanted to talk to you today is I tried vlogging for the first time. Yesterday I tried to take you to work with me because that's something we haven't talked a lot about yet, what I do for work. I'm a cruise manager and a server on the Portland Spirit, which if you're not familiar with the Portland area, you might not have heard of it, but it is a meal cruise ship that goes up and down the Willamette. Occasionally I'll work out in the Columbia River Gorge, so I will also cruise the Columbia River, but for the most part, I'm based out of Portland. And I've been doing this job off and on for almost 4 years now. It was the very first job I had when we moved to Portland. I found it through a Craigslist ad, actually. And why I wanted to bring you with me yesterday was for a few reasons, mostly because it was a double day where I worked almost 12 hours. And second is it was the Big Gay Boat Cruise, which I thought would be super fun to try for vlogging. But turns out it's really hard to vlog while you're at work because you're working, especially in a public place like my place of employment. It's a little weird just to have your camera out the entire time. So I was trying to do it discreetly on my iPhone, which also didn't go quite as planned. So sorry about the late upload. We're doing something a little different today. You'll see from the footage that I did get that I left the house around 6:45 yesterday and I walked off the boat right around 7 p.m. So it was like a 12-hour day. We worked super hard. We like broke a sales record, which was crazy, but I didn't have time to shoot much outside of me just like setting up the camera and rolling or cleaning or doing a time lapse or something, which isn't what I'd had in mind. I wanted you to get a really holistic view of what my work life looks like. And when I got home and realized the footage isn't like remotely close to what I wanted it to be, and I was having a really hard time putting something together that would be of value to you and not just like super boring pictures of me cleaning a boat, I told my husband that I really only had 2 options, that I could either not put something out this week or put out something that was pretty bad. And he like super bluntly told me both those options suck. So I freaked out. I freaked out. I was super insecure already, and that's not on him. It's not on you either. He's right. So I overreacted, I cried a little bit, I had like a very immature emotional response to that, but in doing that I also realized how much I am taking you for granted, how much I'm taking for granted the time I have to make things, my free time that I'm dedicating to this. I don't want to squander it, and we are growing together. So thank you again for your patience while I figure out this learning curve and find my blind spots. Here's what I shot yesterday anyway, just to give you a better idea of where I work and who I work with. I'm waiting for my lift, about to go to work, so excited to take you with me. Don't know how much I'll be able to show you, but we'll try to make it happen. How did you drop your avocado in the water? Food. Thanks, serving. Sorry, I'm squinting. I forgot sunglasses. I'm on my break. It is 1 p.m. About like halfway through the day. So this morning was a Father's Day brunch. Oh, this is bad. One, I get to interact with new people every single day, hopefully, and make their day a little better. And for a lot of people, they're traveling, like this is one of their first experiences in Portland, and they hopefully will remember this forever. I saw a couple tonight who came on a week or two ago to celebrate their anniversary and decided to cruise again for Father's Day. So that was pretty cool. Number two, I get to spend time in nature, literally on this beautiful river, and get paid to do it. So that's great. And number three, this is like one of the most communal, family-oriented places of employment that I've ever been. So like I said, there's 10% on the battery, 10% on my body. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack and try to slap this together. But let's be real, it's more than just some subpar iPhone video footage holding me back here. I'm taking on too much too quickly, and it's showing. Like, I have a really strong resistance to getting this done in a reasonable manner, and I hope that changes. I hope this becomes successful, but in the meantime, we're gonna go through some growing pains, and that's to be expected. So I want to give you permission to be patient with yourself if you're going through a similar season of your life, because no one knows everything on their first day, right? We're all going to get there at our own pace. You are not too far ahead or too far behind, which reminds me of how I got the motivation to set up my gear and sit in front of the camera at all right now. And that's this yogic mantra that I heard in a practice probably like a year and a half ago. And that mantra was that you have everything you need right now. Wherever you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be. You are enough. You don't need to do more, you don't need to learn more, you don't need to create more, you don't need to consume more. You're perfect, exactly how you are. And I think that ties in really nicely to like our rule number one, right? We're breathing, so just be freaking grateful. You are just a really complicated houseplant. You need water, some sunshine, a little bit of love, and some nutrients, and everything else is icing on the cake. Sometimes I feel badly that I'm like actively choosing to be a waitress at this point in my life, that I should be more career driven, because in the past I've been like hyper ambitious and pretty focused on like job titles and pay increases and the rat race. But for now, I really just kind of want to get to know myself a little better. Choosing to work on the boat is a huge part of that for me. It gives me so much more flexibility to work on a business that Dan and I are trying to launch. It gives me more time to spend quality time with my pets. It gives me the freedom to explore different routines within a structure that I get to create. So it's not mandated by like a 9-to-5 office schedule. And I'm so privileged to have the ability to do that, and I do not want to waste it on bullshit concepts that I'm just perpetuating and not being mindful about it. But I also don't want this to be boring, or me to come on here every week and just whine, because I've got it pretty good. I freaking know that. So those of you out there who like vlog on the regular, huge props, mad respect. This is weird and super hard to get used to. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button. I'll give you a hint on next week's topic. It's gonna be around essentialism. Also, if you liked this topic and you want more on how to stay mindful, click the link below on my video on why mindfulness matters and why that will continue to be the focus of this channel. Thank you again so much for your time. I really do genuinely appreciate it. You're amazing. I hope you have an excellent week. Stay breathing, stay grateful. I know I'll try, and I will see you in 7 days.